twisting, turning. That's a penalty, is it? No, he's still going. Oh, how about that? How about that?
Two friends, two minds, and one love for Arsenal Football Club. You are now listening to the Caught in Two Minds podcast.
Meanwhile, Shelly weaves his way through.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the podcast, Caught in Two Minds. I'm me, Marshall. That's Fitz at Gonna Rush. And yeah, we're just chilling. It's been a long day, you know. Arsenal, a must-win match versus Norwich at the Emirates. Man, on TV, it just looked beautiful. Looked like a beautiful semi-fall afternoon. The pitch looked great.
It sure did.
I know Wenger had a hard on. I mean, it just everything looked great, and we came away with a 1-0 win. So it was a must-win match. Not a lot of new faces, and we came away with the 1-0 bill.
Like it was shouted out by many online before the game. Our season starts today,
and that's true. Yeah, definitely.
And you know, in the cheesiest way, yes, it's true. You know.
Right. No, I mean,
we're starting 3 games behind the ball, but yeah, it does start today. You're right.
Right. It always kind of starts like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Hey, it's not new for us. That's not something we're not used to.
We get late transfers in.
Yeah.
You know.
Never.
Then the international break comes, and now it's like, okay, we got to get going, and
yes.
that was the case today. So, shout out to the team, to Arteta. Well, you know,
in general, I would say I'm very happy with just seeing an effort on the pitch.
Yeah, early on it was
there
great.
Was an energy out there that was pleasing to watch, at least.
Definitely. Before we get into that, because you know, it's, how about that Peacock app?
Dude,
jeez, you know, hold on. Let me just break down. You know, you get up.
Yeah, tell me what you got going on first before I get going.
You get up. You're excited. It's been 2 weeks since you've seen a match since Arsenal played. You know, you got all your little festivities. You got your breakfast. Everything's ready to go. The game here in Texas started at 9 a.m. Completely dialed in, ready to go. 8, some cold brew, you know.
Yep. Just
ready. Sit down, and the Peacock app is not working. Don't know what's going on. I mean, it seriously, I missed the first 45 minutes of the game messing around with the Peacock app. I unplugged my router and shit like 25 times. That wasn't it. Finally, I get online and see all these fools complaining about the damn Peacock app. So it was just a mess.
You know?
So just completely ruined my morning. And it took me, hell, I don't remember the last time I texted you saying, yeah, man, I'm still on the 70th minute. And you're like,
yeah.
But anyway, so was your Peacock working? Were you able to see the game at 7 a.m.?
You know, I guess later on after confirmation, because I saw a couple more people post this online, I guess they had a problem.
Definitely.
But you know, it was my complaints about streaming from the beginning when they pushed us to the streaming app was you know, the functionality, it just sucks. Like it sucks on the streaming app.
Right.
So I don't know if it's the same for you, but I got Xfinity cable.
Okay,
so
well, no,
Xfinity cable gives me Peacock for free. Beautiful little thing, you know.
I gotta pay,
but you know, when the whole thing's not working, like if it's not working, I'm like, oh, maybe the app's not working. But I can go to the app and see all kind of channels and watch this show and watch that show, but the game's not working, and I'm like, is it doing some kind of, I need to verify your identity? I'm going to the profile. I signed out, you know, I had to go online on my phone and reestablish, and I go back, and when I did go back,
yeah,
it came on, and I was like, so is it, I don't know what it was. Was it me? Is it them? Is it my profile? Is it, I don't know what it is.
I think it was them. I think it was just so many people were trying to watch this game that we just flooded it, because I went to the Brighton just to see if there was any other games that were going to play. I went to like the Brighton Brentford game, and that shit jumped right on. And I was like, what?
Up, really?
Yeah. I was like, what's going on? So I think it was just, a lot of people were trying to watch Arsenal.
So I had one other really weird quirk happen.
Go ahead.
So I get through the first half, and I go and I grab another little iced coffee real quick, and come back down and stuff, and I'm like, all right, let me go ahead and fast forward now.
Right.
And it's not working. The fast forward isn't working, and I'm like, and the streaming thing is always weird with the trying to respond to me asking for it to fast forward or rewind or blah, blah, blah. And it's not responding. And I'm like, what's going on? And then I realized, like, well, there's ads on the screen.
Halftime
Maybe
ads.
they're making me watch the ads.
They are.
They are, right?
That's what it was, yeah, because I ran across that too.
But check this out.
Go ahead.
Because I hit the button so many times.
It started you over.
No, as soon as it came back to the thing, it went, time. You can go times 2, times 4, times 8. I was on times 96 by the time it responded. And then I'm like, oh, it is moving. And I hit stop. And guess where I stopped at?
At the end of it, where?
Pepe celebrating our goal.
Yes,
it stopped exactly on the goal, and Pepe had his hands in the air and was celebrating, and I was like 1-0 Arsenal. Wow.
All that shit, and
I missed all the second half right to here, and I still, like a soldier, rewound it and went back to the beginning of the half and watched it all.
Good for you. Well, you're hosting a podcast. That's
I mean, gotta keep it tight.
One last thing about Peacock is when all that shit was jumping off with me, I got an email saying we got your payment of $7. I gotta pay for Peacock because I got YouTube TV. So yeah. So here I am having all these problems. And they sent me an email saying, thank you for that money, sucker.
Yeah.
Anyway, NBC is a huge company. They've been a huge company for a long time. They've got to do better. And that'll be the end of that.
I swear to you, I never at companies with complaints, stuff like that. Never. Sometimes I'll hashtag one like, hey, just for other fools that might be looking up a Peacock topic, they might run across this or something. But this time I added them. I was just like, this is awful. Like the whole experience is awful.
Terrible.
And it's only because you pushed us this way.
Right.
When they first took it over, remember, we had it on cable and they had their own dedicated channels, and you could just go to the channels and watch them.
That's the thing. Like if Momos want to stream and get on their little phones and computers and watch the game, that's fine. Give them that option. But leave the shit on regular TV or whatever cable network you're dealing with. Yeah. Get your own channel, NBC Soccer Channel. And these are all the games. You know what I mean? And if you want to pay more, if you have to pay more for the little package to get them all on TV so you don't have to go to a streaming device, then come on. You know people are going to do it.
I mean, the thing that cracks me up is what they think they're baiting us on is like, because the only reason originally, like I'll say it like this, the only reason why I have Paramount Plus
is for Champions League,
because Arsenal plays their domestic games on CBS.
Well, when we were in the Europa League, you needed it
in Europa League. So now I have Paramount Plus, but they think because I have it, that I'll also take advantage of being able to watch like the live stream of Big Brother.
Right.
And it's like, dude, I don't use your app for anything else but one thing.
Right. Yeah.
One thing. So why don't you just make that a pay thing on the television site?
Right.
So I can watch it that way, because you're going to stream it anyway. So there's, like you said, the streamers can watch it, stream it if they want, but give me an offer. Give me an option. Why do
you need, just because, they just jumped the gun. Like, oh my gosh, Netflix is winning. They're taking over. What are we going to do? Yeah. And it's just like, dude, you don't have to do anything. Create another channel on DirecTV or whatever. We want to make channel 245 CBS soccer, where we show all our soccer shit. Right. We don't need to get an app. It's ridiculous. Anyway, please.
I mean, the amount of times that we've had this discussion on this podcast is ridiculous, but it is ridiculous. Everything about it's ridiculous.
Totally. Anyway, Arsenal won 1-0. There's not really a lot to talk about. Well, there is. But before we get into anything with the game, how did you feel about this? Would you have made any changes to the starting lineup today? I thought about one change and one change only, but go ahead.
For me, there was only one thing that stuck out, but I was okay with it. I was surprised to see Maitland-Niles in the middle of the pitch.
Y'all thought Partey and Lokonga would go together.
I thought Partey was going to start, but it took me a minute to justify the fact that, you know what?
I get it.
Partey jumps back in and gets himself injured a lot. I'm okay with him coming in and playing 25 minutes today. That's fine.
No, yeah. I didn't mind that when mine was I want to see ESR over Odegaard. I wanted to see him in that spot with those people around him. But I'm not angry. I'm not dissing Odegaard. I was just saying that would have been my preference to see him start, because when he came in the second half, it looked like we kind of created more chances. But anyway, enough of that. Go ahead.
I mean, I have an unpopular opinion about it, because for me, if I had a choice, even though it's not his preferred position, I just have so much faith in ESR. I'd be pulling Pepe and playing him out on the right,
right,
and keeping Odegaard on the pitch. But
I got you. No, I mean, you've said that before, and you know what I mean, and I get it. I just, you know what I mean. I'm off Pepe kind of. And we'll get into that later.
It's going to be hard for me just to continue to not bring it up, but yeah, we'll get into that later.
Yeah. Okay. So a lot of new players in the lineup. We're going to go down. From the. I'm gonna say a name, and you just tell me what you thought today. Because I think we had. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 new starters in the lineup. So what about? I'm already going to tell you, he's a dog. Tomiyasu.
Woo! So, couple quick pointers about my man.
Go for it.
Works as hard as the rumors were saying that he did. He is a hard worker.
Yeah.
Skilled. And kind of as a call back to one of the things you just said a few minutes ago, I was very impressed that Arteta had the faith to just go stick him out there.
True.
Many times we bring these guys in late, and it takes us 2 or 3 weeks to work them into the set and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Arteta said, you're playing, and I got a feeling it's because if you watch this guy work for 5 minutes, you probably go, okay, we got a real one here.
Yes. Some of my thoughts are big, strong, athletic, and not fucking around. The team as a whole, we look bigger and stronger. And I was like, okay, I see what's going on. We had some big, strong players out there. I think the smallest one, well, you know who the smallest one. Anyway, the team as a whole, we look bigger and more, physically stronger. And that could just be because of Tomiyasu, because that fool, I mean, he's fast, he's got technique. When I see him play, I'm like, Monreal is a poor man's Tomiyasu. You know what I mean? He's just anyway. I was.
Well, you know what? Coming off that right side, he gave me the impression of like almost like a young Mike Cohn.
Yeah, he's big.
You know, because he's got that size, but he's still very quick, like pretty quick. I was impressed how he got involved too. He got involved.
That's what I was gonna say too. He looks like he can do both, defend and go forward, and he almost scored on a wonderful volley. But he just missed it. So, but he's aggressive.
As he approached it, I didn't see it coming.
He's not playing around.
Athletically, he took that shot, and I didn't see it coming. I was like, "Oh wow!" He took the shot, and it was fine technique, and he put it real close. Like
so, yeah. Nice buy. I'm gonna give credit where credit is due.
Yeah,
and due Arteta. It looks like you guys found a nice right back, and it looks like they want a bigger, physical, stronger team. With signings like him. Lakonga's huge out there. When I see him, his head's up and he's running around. But anyway, the next new guy in the lineup we're going to talk about is Maitland-Niles.
Yes, he's.
What were some of your thoughts?
Immediately got right into the action.
Hold on 1 second. I'm going to give you some credit. Let me give you a little credit. You've been hollering for this fool to be you even before he knew this is where he wanted to just play. You have been saying this is where he needs to play. Go ahead.
Yeah. I mean, so what some of the stuff I saw today that it just makes me just say like that's why, but he's really good reactionary player. As people come at him and throw legs at him, he knows how to tip and outside foot passes to the next guy and just keep plays moving.
Right.
In a positive way. Like I just feel like the difference between like a him and a Xhaka. Xhaka wants to receive it, body the guy off, pivot. And then for some reason, he's one of the guys that just like, even though he's now cleared himself some space, he still waits like too long to decide, okay, now I'm passing it. Where Maitland-Niles is more of a bang, bang. He likes to receive, let it go, let's run, I'll go. He's just more direct.
Definitely. What I was impressed with is the way he's always trying to slip those little through balls. He did it a lot throughout the game. Those little through balls on the ground. He believes in himself. When I see him play, his head's up. He's looking forward. He's trying to make that pass forward. And I used to a few years back. I used to be like, man, he's kind of cocky. He's kind of too cool for school. But I get it. That's his style. He believes in himself. And with a few of those through balls on the ground, I was just like, he can play that. He can play that role with like a Lakanga. Somebody who's going to be a little more positionally aware and defend. Maitland-Niles can go a little forward and he can slip those little through balls. And he looked like he belonged. It's a shame. It's taken this long for Arteta to really put him out there. And who knows? Yeah. He could be this could be the last time we see this fool. But I thought he didn't,
I thought he performed very well.
Me too. Me too.
I tell you, my only kind of harsh criticism about him in the past, which I do feel like there was a small period in this game where he kind of got back into it for a second, but he does seem like at times he can kind of like get lackadaisical for
too cool for school.
5 or 10 minutes or something, But I mean, stuff like that to me, like that's a captain's job to snap him back into it and just go, hey, come on, Maitland, let's finish the job today. We got to finish the job.
And even still, in those periods of, when he's nonchalant or lackadaisical, he still doesn't get caught on the ball like Xhaka does periodically throughout the match.
Not the same way.
You know?
Matter of fact, if you also notice one of the, at the same breath, when I would say that, I also say there's a lot of times when he may give up a ball that we're disappointed giving up, a lot of times he works back to get it, though.
Yep.
I mean, he will work back to get that ball back because, like he has that kind of talent. Like
he's more athletic. The midfielders as a whole together today,
yes,
we're looking to pass the ball forward. Not a lot of sideways and back today. And that's, Obama, we'll get into him later, but he had opportunities today, and it was good to see. Let's go on to the next new starter in the lineup. He's already started once this year, but he got hurt, so he's back in today. Both of them. How was the center back pairing of Ben White and Gabriel? What'd you think about that?
I really want to see these two guys get like 10 starts in a row together. They looked excellent. I always, I know you're going to bring this one up. Maybe we'll make this next. But for me, with my two center backs, I always like to include the goalie with that little
he's coming up next.
Chemistry between the three.
Right.
But
the community.
That center of the pitch in front of the goal looked solid to me. Ben White looks like all the athlete that they say he is. And I don't know if they credit Gabriel for how kind of headsy and like he's a smart player at center back. He knows what he's doing out there. He can anticipate danger. He came back one time. I think it was the first half, and he made a nice sliding challenge. He was covering for everybody. But yeah, Ben White, they're yin and yang. That's how I like my center backs. One is heady, smooth, can pick a pass, play with the ball at his feet, and the other one will jerk a knot in your ass. Yep.
You know what I mean? And that's Gabriel.
Yep.
And it looked like those two fit together. It just, I love the way Gabriel is not playing around out there. You know what I mean? Like he gets physical with people. He stepped on Pookie the Pimp's face. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like he's just in this shit. And then you look over at Ben White, who's just smooth. You know what I mean?
He's really smooth, and
he picks a nice little pass. He was pinging long passes all around the pitch, giving opportunities. Both of them,
dropped himself some through balls too that looked really nice.
Beautiful. Gabriel likes to make that one on the ground. You know what I mean? To
Long
the middle,
one straight up the pitch.
Yep.
And
Ben White
on ESR on the pitch, like you're saying, for runs like that.
Yeah,
he's always looking for that, or Martinelli too. But just quick side note, I'm very happy to see Martinelli's enthusiasm and enjoyment to still be on this. Like he doesn't seem disheartened, and that's great.
Right,
because he's young and he knows his time is coming. It's just not yet.
That's a great point. That's a great point. You don't want to lose the kid mentally. But my only thing is, if you're going to keep Lacazette, and we're only playing once a week, pretty much, why not loan Martinelli out to a club where he's going to get a run out? Or do the same for Balogun. It's just kind of, you look at the way Chelsea handle those young players, and that's why they're able to sell them for so much money, because they go out, they get experience, they get to play. So it just kind of. I want to see him play.
I think that rings a little bit too, like you're saying, though, like, whether we view that we came out of this with a good transfer market or not.
Yeah.
I don't think it could be denied that there's a little uncertainty in the camp, and they're not positive, if they can fill positions. So then it means you don't move off of other players or do things with them because you're just kind of not sure,
Right. Well, and the thing is, when January comes and they haven't been playing, they're going to try to loan them out for the second half of the season. You know what I mean? And it could have been a situation where they were already loaned out and playing. January is going to come. Locke is still going to be here, and they're going to make a decision. You all right?
Yeah, I'm good. I think the sun is turning the camera to go to shades. So.
Nah, well, you look all right.
Am I still all right? All right.
The sun is shining down on you, Anyway, on to my homie, my new favorite player, You know, Ramsdale.
Woo!
You know, communication is the key.
Hey, thank you, right?
Communication is the key. That's my only knock on Leno. Nobody was caught off guard. You know, nobody was clearing the ball and he was running up on it to catch it. You know, he was giving shouts.
I can give specific instances where I saw him and Gabriel communicate with each other.
Right.
That balls just got scooped up nice and easy, and there was no questions about whose ball it is or who should
big. He looks like a big, tall dude out there, athletic.
I love I don't mind a goalie that's a little crazy or enthusiastic, but I love it when it's like kind of just lean supportive and not negative.
Exactly.
He's clapping. He's telling his defense, good job. Watch it. You know, I mean, I like the guy.
Right. He seems more involved with the team. Like he's part of the team. You know what I mean? Like when you look at him out there, whereas Leno's is kind of,
Which I guess, like, in such a weird way, I don't know. I think these England players take pictures in all uniforms when they're kids, but you know, supposedly Ramsdale's a lifelong Arsenal lover.
He is.
He
loves it.
Look, I always not sure if I should believe these things or not. You know?
No, he is. He is. He's hardcore, and I usually don't respond to players or follow players or anything, and he tweeted a picture of him signing, saying how happy it was, and I told him to take that fool's spot. That's all I responded to him.
Yeah.
Look at me. All right, so
one more quick one on Ramsdale.
Go ahead.
Too. I was at first shocked, but then kind of fired up that the story came out last week that supposedly, he told his boys that he's starting this next one.
Yeah.
Because Arsenal wasn't very confident after Leno's display to the start of this season.
Right. Yeah. He knows he already can see the writing on the wall, Ramsdale. He's like, I can take this Mark spot.
Yeah.
He let a damn Arsenal journeyman, Emmy take his spot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just that quick. So he's like, man, I got this fool. Now, here's the thing. Arteta can't play around with this.
No.
He's had a good game. You got to base it on form. And you got to tell those two.
Yes.
You guys are competing every single match. Whoever fucks up, the other guy is in. I'm basing this on form. And after today, Ramsdale has to keep playing. Sorry.
Yep.
Sorry.
Yep.
Sorry. All right. I think that's it with the new players that started today. Aubameyang. He looked hungry. He looked hungry, and he got some opportunities.
He did, and he really went for it. I'm
just, attitude and mentality and attitude alone. I was pleased. I was like, okay, he looks like he wants to do something.
Had a little extra energy in his boots today. Just seemed like he was bouncing around like better.
Yeah. What was it? This Odegaard made a great pass to him over the top.
Yes.
And he wonderful save by the keeper. So I mean he
Kroll had a good game.
He did, because we could have scored at least maybe 2 or 3 more. I think Pepe.
I'm thinking we could have hung 3 on the board for sure. And
but I thought Abba looked hungry today. I thought the team was looking for him. Like we were actively trying to float balls over the top.
Yeah.
And get him involved and get him going. And I'm cool with I usually this Abba when he plays down the middle. I kind of want him off to the left, but I thought he was a good number 9 today.
Yeah, you know what? I did make a note of that to myself too. Was just to me, this was like one of his best games I've seen him up top to I'll just say in a long time.
Exactly. Yeah.
Because like you said, one of the big things I just hope for, like you said, is he seemed to be interacting with all the guys, and he was getting passes. They were trying to hit him. Yeah, which means runs were pretty good that he was making, and that kind of stuff. So
right, the timing as a whole within the team, it looked like it's getting better as far as creating chances, because we've been, that's been a drought. Partey comes in, Oh, when was that? The 60th minute. I'm going to give Arteta some pub here. I thought he made a great decision to get more offensive. He brings in ESR and Partey, takes off Tomiyasu and Lakanga. And I thought perfect time to make that sub, and perfect. He went more offensive, and I thought that was great. We needed that, and they started creating more chances. ESR and Partey.
Yep.
What'd you think about Partey today?
Looked great. I thought he looked like he had a good bounce, and I
Tremendous pass.
He sprung the goal. It was his pass.
I was just gonna say
with my favorite. What was I calling it? The PSP. That's the PSP's pass. That's the Partey swoop pass. He swoops it around somebody and
right. You think he's gonna go
direct?
You think he's gonna go way out wide?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He gets it over to that guy, but no, that was just I thought he looked good. One of the things I liked about him is he didn't take no dumbass shots. He didn't try to shoot today, and his passing was a little more accurate. Towards the end of last season, I was kind of like, man, this guy, he's kind of sporadic. Get your game tight. But today he looked good.
Yeah.
And all in all, I was very pleased with, like you said, to start this, the energy, the mentality, and the way we created chances. And we tried to create chances. We were a little aggressive.
Yeah.
So all in all, I'm very pleased. What are some of your thoughts about overall?
So same thing I said for the two center backs, the whole back line. That's our lineup. That's our defense. And we spent and concentrated money on defense. So, like you said, I mean, unless injuries or a few extra games in a couple weeks happens or something like these are the guys that you really want your defense to be cohesive and together and understand when we're pushing our lineup, or when I need you to cover my back because I'm going up or whatever. All that stuff needs to be worked out, and they need their time together. They got to keep playing together.
Definitely, and that's what was so impressive today, is because this was like pretty much the first time of them playing together in a Premier League game. Tomiyasu, he just got here. So for them to kind of click that well, and we seemed a little more balanced. I know you didn't really get to see it just wasn't all tyranny today. You know what I mean? Usually it's just tyranny. You're playing more down the middle.
Left side, that tyranny Saka side. Yeah. Although it wasn't like so deadly, like we kind of saw them go on runs at points last year and stuff. I really like the fact that it's not all focused on those two also.
Right.
Like the balance of the team seemed very balanced for the first time in a long time.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah,
the ball could go to either side, and I felt kind of okay about it. I wasn't worried about it. Like it seemed like it was just moving around. So it kind of, in a weird way, does make Saka and Tierney kind of more dangerous. Because you're not it's not like it's a written in thing that, Tierney's just going to keep bombing and making runs at me. Like sometimes he is.
Exactly.
And you got to keep your eye on him.
Right.
And if he catches you, you're out of position, and
Yeah. That was one of the points I made when I jotted it down. Is wow, it just seems like he's not the main focal point of the offense. Finally.
Yeah.
And it looked like the team as a whole. And that could be because of the midfield we played. We were trying to pass the ball and cut them through the middle, and just really trying to break them down that way instead of getting out wide and making crosses to nobody. It's like we were playing with the ball on the ground and just really trying to,
Yeah.
Anyway, I was happy, And before the game today, I was saying, I'm gonna try to be a little more positive. I'm not gonna hold on so tight, and I'm glad I did that, because today it was a good day. It was hard to watch the game because of the Peacock app, but I was pleased with what I saw. I know we only scored 1 goal, but hopefully this could continue. We got Burnley next. Then we got Caribou Cup against Wimbledon. We should win. And then we got the North London Derby. So, it'd be great to get 9 points out of these next 3 games or 6 points out of the next 2 or whatever. But, all in all, I'm pleased, man.
Yes.
What are some of your final thoughts before we get out of here?
I don't want to get out of here without making sure to mention that Lokonga I'm just being positive. I'm gonna be positive about it. Lokonga has a great head on his shoulders for a young guy.
Yeah.
He was excellent in a quiet way.
Yeah.
Which you need. One of your CDMs at least needs to kind of be that guy.
Yeah.
Just taking care of business,
like
making runs or passes up the field when necessary or when you see the opportunity, but always covering your back.
Yes.
Keeping
pushing
your
the
center
ball
backs comfortable that they don't have to feel like they're ever going to be extended because they got you to cover them.
Yeah.
He's great.
He's a heady player, and he's big. He's big out there. That's what I noticed. And he was controlling things, breaking up little plays. When sometimes they get the ball and try to go on get something going in our end. He would break it up. He knows when to keep the ball and dribble past people and then make a pass.
Yep.
He covers well. Yeah, all around he's just
nice little touch on his passes, and when some of these guys start learning that he can do that little pop over the top pass,
right?
He likes doing it.
Yes,
and the touch is really nice on it. He came really close on a couple of them, and I'm just like, man, that's just something else that could just be deadly if everybody get So. We just need chemistry on the pitch. Hopefully, we can just have a healthy run for a while, and all these guys can just start playing.
It would be tremendous. And what was I going to say? I forget. Anyway, Lokonga,
and then my last one, real quick.
Go ahead. Yeah, take your time. I was just going to end it just because I'm out of points.
This is closer to being negative, but I'm just going to say.
That's what I was going to say. Go ahead.
Because Pepe did go at people, I'm going to try to stay completely off his back. I just don't give up the ball so much. Much. I get it. Just don't push the ball so close to a defender that he's just going to pick it off you every time you try to get by somebody.
Right. He needs he just needs to take a page out of Saka's book. Saka just keeps it he's fundamentally sound. Like he plays it by the book. He does, you know what I mean? Like he just does it right. And Pepe just tries to put a little extra spice.
And maybe a little extra muscle in Saka's base. So when he steps through a defender and he says, like, I'm going to keep him off the ball, he can do it.
Right. But the most
Pepe, he's not quite as strong, and like he tries to do that same thing sometimes, but they just kind of push him and take it.
But for the most part, the difference to me is Saka gets the ball and he goes until he can't go anymore, and then he makes a pass.
Yeah.
Pepe gets it. He goes. He stops. He goes again. He stops. He tries to put a move. He tries to do this, and it's gone. You know what I mean? Just go for a little while, make the pass, go for, you know what I mean? Anyway.
Yeah. He showed clear moments all game of being dangerous.
I'm happy with him starting. I don't mind. Like I said, I'm working on positivity, and I'm just gonna deal with Pepe. Today, he was, he had some electrifying moments, and he was in the fray. And he almost scored the goal.
I got a feeling it'll continue to be a question for a while. Maybe it's just from me and not anybody else. But to me, the question lies in how do how do we get ESR on the pitch? And if we get him on the pitch, who does he get on the pitch for?
Odegaard.
If it's Odegaard, then fine. But I felt like Odegaard played a great game today.
He did all right, but I thought when ESR came in the game, he created more chances, and we had a little more spark in the second half.
At one point, ESR was out on the right. He was out there with Odegaard, and he was on the right, and Odegaard was still in the middle of the pitch.
Really?
I thought he was, because at one point it was like him and Aubameyang were up top almost together.
He almost
but he was over on that right side up top, kind of.
Yeah, I mean, ESR he almost scored
about that. I just kind of noted. I was just like, well, where is he playing? Like after he was on there for a while, I was like, where's he playing at?
No, he put him out there.
He
put him out there. I just noticed him in the middle of the pitch, kind of pulling the strings, and he almost scored a goal. It was another great save by Kroll.
I know.
To me, to me, I think technically Odegaard is a little better than him, but I think with his athleticism and his ability to move and get into those little channels around the box, like I said, he almost scored a goal today. He was in the right position to receive the ball and take a shot. And you don't ever see Odegaard in those positions because that's not really his style. He's more of a conductor, like a Pirlo. Like he's going to stay back, kind of ping some shit, get involved, make a few passes. Whereas I see ESR a little more attacking, a little more able to get in the box. That's why I would want ESR as a number 10. Keep Pepe out right, Saka on the left, and Aubameyang. I think we would create more chances. That's all. But they can rotate. Whoever's in good form.
And then,
I'm with you.
Well, I mean, in general, but we're talking about who starts over who. So then Odegaard just plays like Thursdays and stuff.
No. He comes in. ESR is a kid. There's going to be some times where he's not in good form or he gets hurt. But I just think, okay, put it to you this way. Why does Odegaard have to start over ESR? Is he that much better than ESR?
I mean, I know my argument's weird, but that's why I'm talking about Pepe and not Odegaard.
Well, Pepe did so much shit today. I know he's frustrating, but
I mean, anything he did, ESR would have been doing out there.
No.
You give ESR balls. You give ESR balls on the corner and tell him to run at guys. No problem.
Well, that's it. That's
the other weird thing that's
where we disagree.
They gave him the number 10 shirt, and it's like they gave him the number 10 shirt, and it looks like he's not even going to be on the pitch that much.
I think he will. I think he's just
probably first sub off the bench a lot, because he's in love with Odegaard. He loves Odegaard.
Okay. Oh, well, that's fine. When he brings in ESR, and if ESR keeps playing the way he did today, eventually questions are going to be asked. Like, okay, I think this guy in the number 10 in that hole with Pepe and Saka and Aubameyang is going to create more chances for us to score goals. Now, Odegaard, he made a few beautiful passes over the top from deep. He receives the ball. He does his little thing, but he's not an option of scoring goals. And I think ESR, as he develops in his career, will be a little more of that option. That's all.
You won't hear me talk bad about ESR.
But I don't think ESR should play out wide.
Get him on the pitch. That's all.
I don't think he should play over Pepe out wide.
Okay.
Out wide right. I really don't.
I mean, basically, like I've stated before.
And I don't like Pepe.
We've been down this road with Pepe for so long. He's got to give me more than a couple good games. I need more than a couple good games from Pepe. I need more than a couple threatening, almost got some goals games. I need some fantastic, fabulous games out of Pepe. That's what I need.
All right, so that's what we're moving forward. That's what we're going to keep an eye on.
You know
what I mean?
All this will be forgotten when Xhaka's back and he installs him in the lineup. Then I'll have another thing that I'll be really upset about.
Well, yeah, but no, we're going to keep an eye on this, and I want the people out there. I want Little Do to keep an eye on this. Remember this conversation. You know what I'm saying? And
Little Do Stables.
Little Do Stables. But anyway, that's going to do it. ESR should start over Odegaard. We're going to end it with that. Anyway, that'll do it. Thanks for tuning in. I'm at E. Marshall Comedy. He's at Gooner Rush. We're at Twitter at CITM Podcast. No love on Twitter, but whatever.
Yeah.
Y'all bougie, do your thing. But yeah, we also got the YouTube channel. Thanks for the support. And, peace out.
They see us go by and they just swipe on by.
Well, yeah, we're Americans, dude. Come on. We don't know what we're talking
Oh, and
about.
I want to leave y'all with this. Pepe takes it and he doesn't get it. All right. Have a good day, everybody.
Twisting, turning. That's a penalty, is it? No, he's still going. How about that? How about that?
Thank you for tuning in to Caught in Two Minds. Please head on over to iTunes to subscribe, rate, and review. All feedback is much appreciated. And be sure to follow us on Twitter at CITM Podcasts, at Gooner Rush, and at E. Marshall Comedy. The music of this podcast is brought to you by Statics. If you like what you hear, please head on over to staticsmusic.com and be sure to follow them on Twitter and Instagram at Statics Music. That's STATX Music. Peace.